Welcome everyone. This video is about my 2022 trip to the Death Valley, and it highlights my ride to Cerro Gordo, which is a privately owned ghost town and mine in the Inyo Mountains in California, near the Death Valley National Park. On this video, I will describe the two roads leading to Cerro Gordo, and will ride the two roads on a 2019 KTM 790R. Almost every year in March, I load my trailer with two motorcycles and I drive south to California toward the Death Valley National Park. The 800-mile trip from Oregon to the Death Valley National Park is an adventure on itself. No matter what route I select to get there, the views are spectacular, especially in California. These Death Valley rides are organized by my friend Scott, who invites a group of adventure riders for this annual event. We've been doing this since 2016. The basic plan is to set up camp somewhere, usually stovepipe wells, and from there we organize rides all over this large park. Before visiting Cerro Gordo, on day one of our 2022 Death Valley adventures, we rode the Chloride Hills. I took my WR250R on this first ride, so I prefer to ride a lighter bike on these roads. Here's some footage of that ride. When we were done with Chloride Hills, we headed down to Beatty, Nevada for lunch. The next day, we loaded our trailers and moved the home base to another location. In the afternoon, we took off for Cerro Gordo. If you landed on this video because of Cerro Gordo, you probably already know about this ghost town. You have probably already seen other videos about Cerro Gordo, especially the popular videos of one of the current owners and caretaker, Brent Underwood, an entrepreneur and media expert. Back in 2018, our Death Valley group had heard about Cerro Gordo when the town went up for sale. We even joked about buying it and making it a home base for adventure riders. Since then, we have been talking about visiting it, and since Brent and a group of investors took ownership of it, Cerro Gordo, which means Fat Hill in Spanish, has become popularized due to his work to bring attention to the area via his YouTube channels and his plans for the town, especially the work around the rebuilding of the American Hotel, which burned in 2019. The photos on this video are from March 2022, and the hotel construction has advanced since then. Brent, besides a great YouTuber, is also a rider, probably making Cerro Gordo as popular for the adventure riding community today as it was in 1867 for the mining community of that time, who rushed to the area when they heard silver and lead had been found by Mexican miners in this location. But you probably have heard enough about Cerro Gordo from other sources that led you to this video. Therefore, on this video I will concentrate on the roads to get there from the perspective of an average adventure rider, riding, in my case, a 2019 KTM 790R. On a follow-up video that I will post shortly after this one, there will be no narration, it will be only raw footage of me riding the 790 on the several roads in that area, especially the two roads leading to Cerro Gordo, so you can get a good idea about what it takes to get there from both the east and west sides of the Inyo Mountains. The main road starts from the west at the Owens Valley near Killer. The other road is on the back of town, on the east side of the mountain. It is less used, it is steeper and more technical, and it eventually connects to the Sailing Valley Road. Our group decided to take the back road, the east side. Despite knowing the WR250R would be the best choice for this ride, the 790 is too much fun, so I decided to ride the KTM on this ride, knowing I would probably need to back out of it should this road be too technical and steep for my riding skills. If you are coming from the Death Valley Park, say you are camped in Panamint Springs, you will be riding west on Highway 190, then turn right on Sailing Valley Alternate Road, then turn left on Sailing Valley Road. That's the way to get to the beginning of the road that will take you to Cerro Gordo. Here is where the riding video picks up, with my riding on Sailing Valley Alternate Road. I blew past the Sailing Valley Road, leading our group to a couple of extra miles before realizing we had to turn around. The group quickly turned around while I was adjusting my cameras, so I rode by myself on the way back, and again I missed the Sailing Valley Road. You should know that our GPS tracks started on the White Mountain Talk Road, which did not cross the road we were on. So we had to guess what was the best road to take us there. So here I am, finally on Sailing Valley Road, the road that will take us to White Mountain Talk Road, where I met my friends again.
Are you lost or something? Are you guys lost or something?
We're very lost. We're lost trying to figure out where the hell you went.
As you've seen on the footage so far, both Sailing Valley and Sailing Valley Alternate Roads are very easy roads for any adventure motorcycle and any rider ability. They are well-traveled roads with gravel over a very solid compact base. When you turn north and start on the White Mountain Talk Road, things change. This is basically a two-track road, obviously less used. It is a good road, but be warned, at several points it seems like you are riding over a big pile of gravel with no solid base. The bike does well. I just go a bit slower than the others. Every now and then you encounter rock gardens and a few obstacles, but nothing an average rider can't handle on any adventure motorcycle. friends stopped for a break and I connected with them, we heard a sound coming from my bike. The fuel appeared to be pressurized.
Is that your bike making that noise? Or maybe I hear a whirring sound.
Let's see, careful.
Yeah, it
Care-
doesn't-
Careful.
There it is. Oh.
Good thing gasoline evaporates quickly. We continued on this road for a while and then we crossed a fork of the same road name. We were coming from Sailing Valley Road, and if we turn right on this fork, we go back to Sailing Valley Road. Once we got to the road that goes up to Cerro Gordo, I quickly realized it would be a challenge for me to go up this road on the 790. It is steep from the start already. The video does not show it properly. And it is deep gravel. On a steep climb, if you lose momentum, you are basically screwed. If you have long legs and you can pedal and help the bike as it tries to get traction and momentum again, that's fine.
This is going to be tough here.
Think so?
Yeah. It's a climb now.
It is a climb. It's gotta be.
I don't know.
Doesn't look good. Just
No.
I decided to turn around and go back to camp via the Sailing Valley Road. And on the next day, I would try going up the mountain via the road coming from the west, the main road, the yellow grade road, and then going down this east side of the road. That will be a solo ride.
It is?
put off my track.
Wow, look at
My
that.
overall.
Oh, there we go. Action shot right there.
Damn, that's a win. What the hell?
Scott, can it be better than this?
It cannot be any better than this from a photographic standpoint, that's for sure.
As planned, the next day I took Highway 190 to Highway 136 toward Killer. And just before getting to Killer, I turned right on Cerro Gordo Road, or the Yellow Grade Road. Once I got to Cerro Gordo, I walked around for a little while, visited the museum, got a chance to meet and speak briefly with Brent. I plan to be back there to see the progress on the construction of the American Hotel. Who knows, once the hotel reconstruction is complete, I may spend a night or two there to photograph the beautiful views from there as the sun rises and sets. After my short visit, I went back to camp from Cerro Gordo via the steeper road on the east side. The video flattens the road, but you can see I'm on first gear using the motor to slow me down. Every now and then the road is less steep and I can get to second gear. Check this part of the road here. I could not imagine myself going up these loose rocks. Just as I was thinking about this, I came across this Triumph Tiger without its rider. I was assuming the rider went back to help a friend, and soon I learned I was right. Anyway, this guy on the Tiger proves that a good rider can go up this back road. So I just want to give you as a reference. In my case, I decided to turn around. But if you are a good rider, just go for it. His friend is the guy struggling on the 1200 GS. Besides his friend, two other guys who were coming down the mountain were helping him, and it was very slow going.
Hold on. Just digging. Damn it.
Oh, it was going.
Towards the end. I'm in control right now. That lets it slip all you want. I can put it on and then traction control kicks in.
Off camera, I mentioned to them that I was too old to help. I didn't want to become another casualty. One thing to pay attention while riding on this road is that every now and then there is a little fork that shows an alternate possibility for what you're riding on. Here is a moment that I took the wrong one. This is my moment of realization when I looked to the right and realized that road on the right looked a lot better than the one I was on. But it's basically impossible to back up, you know, going up the hill backwards. So I'm basically committed to this road that is just a big pile of gravel, rocks, etc. But I made it. Here is when I'm reconnecting back to the main road, or to the better option. I'm getting close to the end of this road. It is about 6 miles from Cerro Gordo to the point where it connects to the White Mountain Talk Road. That's the road that I already showed yesterday. So I just wanted to highlight some of the key characteristics of the road so that you can make your decision about going up this road. So you can see it's deep gravel. It is steeper than what it looks, but it can be done. On a light motorcycle, a dual sport, it will be an easy going. Also on bigger bikes, you know, that guy on the Triumph Tiger, he showed it can be done as well. I mean, he was way up there while his friend was struggling. When I got to the end of the road and I reached White Mountain Top Road, I met 2 people there. They actually happened to be friends of the 2 guys that were helping out the guy on the GS up there in the mountain. So we chatted for a little while.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right. We're waiting for our friends who were helping guys on a big touring.
Yeah, that was going very slow.
They're still there helping.
Yeah, when I left, they were halfway through that difficult part.
Oh God.
Because, you know, and I'm too old to help, you know, so I couldn't make too...
You're too old? Come on. That's why I'm down here.
See? Now we agree with each other. So I think one of the guys from your team,
Yeah, youngest guy.
The guy with the purple T-shirt.
yeah, the heavy build one,
Yeah.
yeah, so he was ghost riding it, and that's when it started to work.
Oh, good. Good for him.
Yeah.
Levi's our hero.
So I decided to leave because I was just giving stupid opinions. But I'll have some water now.
I drank some water there and rested and chatted with them for at least 15 minutes, and their 2 friends had not returned yet when I left. As I took Talk Road back to Sailing Valley Road, I was thinking about this whole situation. What a mess. I was so glad the day before I decided not to climb via this side of the mountain. There are, however, 2 conclusions about this road. One is that it is doable on larger motorcycles. The guy on the Tiger proved it can be done. Well, at least until where he stopped, because he still would have to face a few steeper climbs ahead of where he stopped before he would reach Cerro Gordo. The second conclusion is that it can be a nightmare, especially if you are short or maybe not as skilled, like is my case. So take this into consideration. And also remember, road conditions change from year to year in the Death Valley, so ask around before you embark on a ride and make sure you have a riding buddy with you. I say that, as you can see, I'm riding solo. Once I reached Sailing Valley Road, instead of turning right to go back to camp, I took a left turn and went toward Lippincott Road. I was in the hopes of meeting my friends who had taken Hunter Mountain Road to Racetrack and then come down to Saline Valley via Lippincott Pass. I waited for a little while and then I gave up. I assumed they had been through there already and had been back to camp. They actually had not passed through that point yet, but they arrived back to camp not too far behind me. We enjoyed the last night at the campsite. The next day we said our goodbyes and I look forward to seeing them in March of 2023 for another adventure in the Death Valley. As I mentioned before, I will shortly post another video only with rough footage of the 790 in action on these roads. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.